And we are back. Welcome to the final day of the second round of matches and also the final video that will be uploaded at 7 AM. Purely because after tonight's games, we are back to 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock for the only times for matches, meaning I can go back to posting at 9 AM my usual time, giving me more time to process as well and put the videos out for you a little bit later. So what happened yesterday is we kind of got the drama that we were hoping for, not quite to the extent, and we didn't really get the quality we were looking for. The day obviously started off with Costa Rica's win over Japan, which, as good as it was for them and fair play to Costa Rica, kind of ruined our fun as we were hoping for Germany to get eliminated yesterday. Off the back of that, we then had the upset of the day, Morocco getting a fantastic win over a very poor-looking Belgium side. They now have to beat Croatia in their final game to secure their qualification. Croatia themselves put on one of the best performances I've seen at this World Cup so far to dispatch Canada 4-1, who did start the game off with a very historic goal from Alphonso Davies. And then finally we had the Spain and Germany game, which again didn't quite live up to the hype that I thought it would. It was a good quality game, but it was a bit boring at times. And I think that was due to the fact that both teams started without a recognised striker. And then, shock horror, each team brought on a striker and both strikers scored. So, weird what happens when you do something like that. But that's how the day went. As I say, it did have drama at times, in particularly in that Morocco game. But all in all, it was still a relatively fun day. Let's see what all of those results have done to our prediction series and then look ahead to the final games in round 2 of the matches. So, as you can see on the screen, these are the predictions I went for yesterday. And if you are aware of what the scores were, you know what's about to happen because we scored 0. Didn't get a single prediction right. It's just the way it goes. The World Cup is a very hard thing to predict. That's why we enjoy it so much. And you know what? I don't actually have any complaints for any of the games. I think all of the results were justified. I did say yesterday that it wouldn't surprise me to see Costa Rica get something. It definitely didn't surprise me to see Morocco beat Belgium. And yeah, I would say I was a little bit surprised by how well Croatia played, but fully justified in them predicting to win that. And of course, Germany-Spain was always going to be a tight one regardless. So yeah, matchday score of 0. Keeps our tournament score at 16. Let me know how you got on, because you didn't have to do much to do better than me yesterday. But that target of 20 come the end of round 2 is now looking very tough, because it means we either have to get all 4 of today's predictions correct, or we have to get some of them spot on. Let's see how I'm going to get on, because we start with Cameroon and Serbia. And already it's a tough one, because I said before that I thought Serbia played way below the standards I would have expected of them. Cameroon sort of played the level I expected. They were unlucky not to get something from the Swiss, but at the same time, you could argue the Swiss were unlucky not to win by more in their opener. So it's hard to place how well Cameroon played. We will certainly see today. I still think on paper you are looking at a much stronger Serbia team than you are a Cameroon team. But I have to bear in mind how poorly Serbia were against Brazil. So I'm only going to go for a 2-1 win for Serbia. Again, wouldn't surprise me to see Cameroon get a draw or even the win. But for me, the most likely result is a Serbia win. So that is what we're going to go for. Next up, it is South Korea against Ghana. And again, I think you sort of have to look at the overall quality of the two teams and say, realistically, Ghana are the better team. They put on such a good display against Portugal. My personal favourite match of the tournament so far, and still is up to today, was that 3-2 between Portugal and Ghana. And I'm hoping that Ghana can deliver the same sort of energy and excitement to this game as well. Korea obviously did all right in their opener, managed to get the draw against Uruguay, but I think we need to see a little bit more from them if they are going to be serious contenders to get out of this group. I don't think it's going to happen for them today. I'm backing Ghana to carry on that energy from the Portugal game, and I'm going to go for 3-1 to them. Next up, we have Brazil against Switzerland, and I'm still not convinced by Brazil. I thought they played well after they got their opener, but it took an awful long time to get that opener against, again, a Serbia side I thought played pretty poor. The Swiss looked very good defensively. Brazil have obviously lost a couple of key players, the main one being Neymar for the remainder of the group. So how are they going to cope without him? I think they'll be all right. They've got enough players of not quite the same quality, but very close to that quality that can play in and around. But losing a talismanic figure can derail a team at times, but it could also galvanise. So I think Brazil are going to win this one regardless. And again, I think it just all depends on when they score the opening goal. I'm going to go for 3-0 on the basis that I think they might get it early, and then we'll see. If the game drags on, it could become a tough one. The Swiss are very hard to beat when they do turn up. So could be an interesting one. Could be another upset potentially in this one. But for now, I think we have to go for Brazil. And finally, we have what I think will probably be the game of the day, and I'm hoping it is. We have Portugal and Uruguay. And Portugal, of course, as we said, had the best game of the first round of fixtures in that 3-2 against Ghana. So hopefully we'll get something similar in terms of excitement. Didn't really see a lot from Uruguay against Korea. We need to see a lot better performance from them. The link-up didn't seem to quite be there between Nunez and Suarez. Will they play Cavani from the start this time? We will see. But I don't think they're in a position where they're strong enough to handle Portugal. I think Portugal may make a couple of changes as well. I will be very shocked if Rafael Leao doesn't start this time. I think he has to after how well he did after he came on the other night. So I'm going to go for Portugal. They are the team that I have, of course, backed to win the whole tournament. So it'd be a bit hypocritical of me to derail that prediction so early on into the tournament. So for now, I'm going to stick with Portugal again. I'm going to go for 3-1. I think it's going to be a good game. I think there are going to be a lot of goals. And hopefully it will deliver as so. And that's going to be it again for today. As always, let me know down in the comments what you think is going to happen. Don't forget to drop a like on the series and subscribe if you are new around here. I will be back again tomorrow at the normal time of 9 AM. So I will see you then. Thank you very much for watching.